Well, that was fun. He says he's got to stop, and then the song stops right there. That was In the Morning by Built to Spill off of their 1994 album, There's Nothing Wrong with Love. I love Built to Spill. I'll take any chance I can to listen to them, really. But we're listening to that today because we have a Magnetic Field song from 1994 up in competition today. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 34 of the Magnetic Fields tournament today, and that is match 22 in round 2. But if you're new here and you're wondering what a Magnetic Fields tournament is, let me fill you in. We took every single song that the Magnetic Fields released in the 1990s and we threw them into a single elimination style tournament. Now those songs are doing battle and head-to-head competition until one remains in the end, and that's the very best song that the Magnetic Fields released in the 90s. The reason we're only doing the 90s is because their discography is too big for our 256 song tournament, so we chopped it in half. Both of our songs today got buys through the last round, so this is actually going to be the first time that we're listening to both of these tracks. We're starting off with Old Orchard Beach, which was released on The Wayward Bus in 1992. Of course, this one doesn't have much in the way of notes on Genius.com. It does add one note that I didn't get before off of anything off of this album, which is that this is named after the John Steinbeck novel, The Wayward Bus. I've read a lot of Steinbeck, but I haven't read that one. Its competition today is Fear of Trains, released in 1994 on The Charm of the Highway Strip, which is probably my favorite album cover of theirs. This entry on Genius.com has a note about the album title as well, that it comes from a 1959 quote by J.B. Jackson. I don't know who J.B. Jackson is, but the quote is, "Let us hope that the merits and charm of the highway strip are not so obscure, but that they will be accepted by a wider public." Let's go ahead and get into these songs and see which one's better. Here's Old Orchard Beach.
Is there some part of you, pale or hunchback, that when they cut it off grew back? You were a little girl with starry eyes. Now you're a sad young man and no one knows why. When we go dancing underneath the city in the catacombs, when we go dancing, the strobe lights and the disco will bring us home. I know Orchard Beach is where you belong. You can go back, but baby, that won't make you young. The wind will blow, or it won't. The stars come out, or they don't. The world goes round, or we get thrown into the stars. When we go dancing underneath the city in the catacombs, when we go dancing, the strobe lights and the disco will bring us home.
I love how that was just a bunch of synthesizers that sounded like stuff, including like frogs. I like the way they incorporated that into the music. It had almost a world music feel from the beginning, and I wasn't digging that aspect of it because I don't really love world music. Just rubs me the wrong way for some reason. But that was really good. I really enjoyed the synthesizer work on there. Really like upbeat stuff at the end. I dug that. That was really, really good. Let's check out Fear of Trains.
It was the army train that took her daddy from her. It was the bottle train that took her mama too. And that high loud whistle made her horse run away. But the straw that broke the camel's back was you. It was the government train that took away her childhood. It was the KKK that took away her past. It was a white man's will that hers be broken, but that barefoot girl could run too fast. Because the world's too cold for a girl like that, with a Blackfoot soul and a cowboy hat. Everything she loved went down the dragon track. She had fear of trains. In the beat fields of Montana, she's always coming on dead rails to break the plow and whisper honey. Bound to live is bound to fail. And in a park in San Francisco, her mama shrieks about the Lord. And down the dead rails there's an echo. The wind is whistling all aboard. Because the world's too cold for a girl like that, with a Blackfoot soul and a cowboy hat. Everything she loved went down the dragon track. She had fear of trains. It was the wagon train that took away her country. It was the oil train that took away her land. And she could have been the belle of the Ponderosa. That was not the fat man's plan. Because the world's too cold for a girl like that, with a Blackfoot soul and a cowboy hat. Everything she loved went down the dragon track. She had fear of trains. She had fear of trains.
I do enjoy those endings to the songs where he's just playing with one of the sounds for a little bit longer. I really like that song too. That one's about a Native American girl, like a Blackfoot girl who has a fear of trains because they keep stealing her life away. The army train took her daddy. The Bible train took her mama. She had to go to a boarding school when the government train took her childhood away. And the KKK took away her past, so that sucks too. Um, it's just about how she developed this fear of trains and how the world kind of treats her badly. I really actually really like a lot of these lines, but this one's one of my favorites in verse three. It was the wagon train that took away her country. It was the oil train that took away her land. So the wagon train is the Western expansion, the manifest destiny that the white people developed and took over the entirety of the United States landscape, border to border. And the oil train took away her land when they discovered oil in the West. They just, they really started taking large swaths of native land. But that was their plan anyway. But then this part, she could have been the belle of the Ponderosa, but that was not the fat man's plan. Talking about how capitalism basically killed this girl's life. And capitalism basically killed the Native American way of life when you really think about it. That was a bit of a rant. I'm gonna go with Fear of Trains. I really did enjoy Old Orchard Beach. That was probably one of my favorites. That was probably one of my favorite tracks off of that album so far. But Fear of Trains resonates with me a little bit more. I think it's a really good story. The song, it makes you think, and I like that. It's definitely a good political track, I would say. Kind of a protest song. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with anyone you know who might be into this kind of content, and let me know down in the comments which of these two songs you would have chosen if it were you in the hot seat today. That's all the magnetic fields action I've got going for the day. But please join me in just a little bit when we do some more Nirvana tournament action. Until then, I hope you all have a great night, fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.